Hello everyone, welcome to Pepcoding. Today we are here to solve a question named Queen's Permutation 2D as 2D where box chooses right. So let's go on the board. First of all, we will discuss this question. We will get depth of this question. After that, we will try to code this question. Okay. So in this question, what we have, we are given n queens and a chess box of n cross n, right? Just suppose if we have 4 queens, then we have chessboard of 4 cross 4. Okay. So this will be our board, right? Now what we have to do, we have to place 4 queens in this chessboard and we have to print all the possible permutations to place these 4 queens inside these boxes. Okay, so and one more thing, all queens are distinct. Okay, it means queen 1, queen 2, queen 3 and queen 4, all the queens are different from each other, right? So now we have to find the permutations of placing all these 4 queens inside this chess box. So what we have 16 options here, 4 cross 4, and we have to place 4 queens. So the answer will be 16p4, right? And we have to print all the possibilities. Okay, so now let's move ahead. Let me first recap you one thing that we have done in previous question. First of all, let's solve it for a small question. Okay, so the small question was, just suppose you have 3 boxes, okay, and you have 2 distinct items. Okay, so I1 and I2. Okay, 2 distinct items you have. Now you have to place these items inside these boxes. So what we have done there, let me give you a fast recap of that. Okay, so here what was happening, boxes were working as levels, right? So box 1, box 2 and box 3, right? So let me make some good space here. Okay, now so what we have 3 boxes, right? And on the first level, first box have choice, it can place either first item or second item or nothing. Okay, so if it plays nothing, so we have something. If it plays if it plays the first item, then we have something. If it plays the second item, then also we have something. So if it places nothing, then all the boxes are blank. If it places the first item, then it will be 1 dash dash. If it places the second item, so it will be 2 dash dash, right? Now let's move forward. Sorry, it is the turn for the second box now, right? So now it again have 3 options. Either it won't take any of the item, or it can take first item, or it can take second item. So again we have 3 outputs for this. First, if it doesn't take anything, then it will be all dash dash. If it takes the first one, then what happen? Dash 1 dash. If it take the second one, it will be dash 2 dash, right? So this is it. Now let's talk about this one. Now it have only 2 options left. First, it don't took any of the item, because like it have this option that it don't took any of the item, and the second option it have that it take 2. One it can't take because it is already placed here. So what will be the output here in this scenario? It will be 1 2 dash, and here it will be 1 dash dash, right? Let's talk about this. It also have 2 options. What is the first option? The first option is that if nothing comes along, so it will be 2 dash dash, and if it chooses 1, it will be 2 1 dash, right? It can't choose 2 again because 2 is already chosen for box 1. Now let's go for the level of box number 3, right? So what happening in the box 3? Again it have 3 choices. First, nothing come alongs. After that, item 1, and after that item 2. So here it will be dash dash dash. If item 1 comes, so it will be dash dash 1. If item 2 comes, it will be dash dash and 2, right? Now let's talk about this. Here again it have 2 options. First, nothing comes with it, and second, it took 2 with it, right? It took 2 in its third box. It will be dash 1 2, right? Why we haven't chosen 1? Because 1 is already chosen. Now let's talk about this. Here it have also 2 options. If it doesn't comes anything, it will be dash 2 dash. Oh, I forgot to write here, dash 1 dash, right? It will be dash 2 dash. And the second option it have 1 comes along in that box, right? So it will be dash 2 1, right? So it is done. Now let's talk about this. What option does it have? Sorry, it have option that it have option it doesn't comes with anything, like nothing is inside the box. So one option, and the second option 2 comes along. Okay, 1 can't be choose because 1 is already choose. So if anything not come with it, so it will be 1 dash dash. If 2 is coming with it, so it will be 1 dash 2, right? Now let's talk about this first option. It doesn't have any option because 1 and 2 is already chosen, so it will be the same 1 2 and same, right? Now let's talk about this one. So what is happening here? It is having 2 dash dash. Okay, so have also one possibility, it doesn't take anything. Okay, if it doesn't take anything, it will be 2 dash dash, and if it take 1, so what will happen? 2 dash 1, right? Now let's move forward for this also. What is happening here? It also have one options only, 2 1 and dash. It can't choose any of the item because both the items are already chosen. So now let's go and see what will be our answer, right? So we have to place 2 items only, so our answer will be the box that is filled with 2 items, right? So here we have filled 2 items, here we have filled two items, and here also, here and here, right? So let's talk about our formula. What was the formula? We have 3 options, right? 3 boxes, and we have to place 2 distinct items. So for that 3 what it is, 3 factorial by 2 factorial, not 2 factorial 1 factorial, right? Let's write it properly. Yeah, 3 factorial by 1 factorial. So what was this? 3 into 2 6, right? We have 1 2 3 4 and 5 and 6, right? So this is about the small problem. Now what we have in this problem, let's go and talk about that. Okay, so in this problem we are having just the same problem but just a little different in that now we have 16 boxes and we have 4 distinct queens to place, right? So almost this thing is going to be same for us, right? We are having 16 boxes here and we have to place 4 sorry, 4 queens. So first of all we place queen 1 here, and we will look how many ways to place queens here, then here, then here. Okay, after coming here, what will happen? We will go here and we'll start placing queens here, 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 and here. Okay, we will check all the possibility, we'll check all the permutation that is possible, right? So let's go. And one more thing, please remember this, right? This is going to help us in code. This was a chessboard, right? 1 2 and 3, 1 2 and 3. When we start placing our queen, so we are checking for every box, like first for this, after that for this, after that for this, after that for this, right? So we are moving in columns one by one. But when we reach at this point, so what happened? Our row become +1 and the column becomes 0. Okay, so this is we are going to use for traversing on this chessboard. Okay, so now let's go on the board and try to code this problem. So this is our problem. So now, so first of all, we will handle that is the movement of our traversal, like when we are traversing on this chess. So if your column is equals to total queens minus 1, it means we are on the last index of the row, right? So what will happen? We will move to the next row and we will make the variable for that, int new row 0 and new column equals to 0, right? So if it is happening, what we will do? We will modify our new row. So new row will be equals to current row plus 1, right? The new column will be equals to 0. This is done. Now what in else part? Else part, the row was same and we were moving one step ahead in columns, right? So the new row will be equals to row and the new column will be equals to column plus 1, right? This is done. Now let's talk about what we are going to do. After that, what we have to do, we have to traverse on the queen, right? We have to place all the queens. So now let's go. We will run a loop for that, and I equals to 0, I is less than total number of queens, I plus plus, right? Inside this, what we are going to do, inside this, first of all, we will check that do we have already placed that queen. If we have already placed that queen, then we won't place that again, right? So if the queens, actually we have stored that here in this boolean array, right? So if the queens I is equals to false, it means we haven't placed that queen, right? So what we'll do, first of all, we'll make it true, right? This is done. And after that, when we are backtracking, we will make it false also, equals to false. And here we will make our call, right? So our call will be queen's permutation, right? So we have used that, we'll make a call. And now what parameters are we going to pass? So first of all, queens placed so far, it will be increased by 1 because we have placed one queen here. After that, the total number of queens is going to be the same. Row will be new row and column will be new column, right? This is done. After that, we have answer so far in string. So what is going to be in our answer? So answer so far will be there, and we will add something inside it. We will discuss it, what we are going to add, right? And then we have to add our queens. Okay, so this is done. Now let's talk about what we are going to add in our answer. We have to add which queen we are placed, right? So simple, that will be number, but before that we have to add a q, and then we have to add which queen. Like if it is 0, it means we are placing the first queen, so we have to add I plus 1. This is also done. Now after this, what we have to do, after this we have to use a separator variable. Okay, so what is actually separator? If we are on the last column, right, and then we have to shift to the next row, then our separator will be slash n. Then we have to change the line, so separator will be slash n, right? So first of all, let me make a variable separator slash. Okay, so now in this condition, if our column is last, then our separator will be slash n, right? This is done. Now if it is not the last, it means we have to use slash t for tab for space, right? Separator will be equals to slash t. Yeah. Now we will add our separator after this also. So separator. Now this is done. Now after this, what we have to do? We have to make a call when we don't place the queen also, right? So let's go. So we have copied that. Here we will again make our call when we don't place the queen. If we don't place the queen, so queen placed so far is we won't be added anything. Total queens will be same, number of rows, number of column will be same. And this, in the place of q, we will place dash, right? And this won't be added. We'll simply add the separator. So this is done. Now let's talk about the base case for this recursion call. So when we are stopping, just see here, when we reach to the last box. Okay, first is that case, and the second thing, we can also stop when we got our answer, right? When the, what we can say, the queen we need to place, we have placed that queen, then also we can print and stop, right? If we have to place 4 queens, if all the queen is placed, then we don't need to move further. So let's go and handle that base case also. So the first thing is, if the number of row is the last row, like we cross the last row, so it means we don't are left with the boxes, right? So if row is equals to the total number of queens, so it means we cross the box, then we have to return, right? But there is one more condition, that is act as base case, and we have to print our answer in that condition. What is that? If we list all of our queen, right? So if the queen placed so far will be equals to the total queens, right? This is a condition in which all of our queens are placed. If all the queens are placed, then we have to print something. System.out.print, and we have to print our answer so far. Okay, and we have to print enter also after that, right? This is also done. Now this is all that we have planned till now, and this is all that is going to solve our problem. So let's go and run this code for now. Okay, so it is not logged in. I have to log in. I'm just pausing the video so I can log in. So we are here after login. Now let's run it again. So this is getting accepted. Now let's submit it for all the test cases. It is passed for all the test cases. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have learned something. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.